Hey now, all you gotta believe in.
The man, Owen Llewellyn.
He always interrupts me at the worst time. Daddy, I was about to spit some fire rap verses and you stopped me. Listen, no, I'm not going to be late. First and foremost, I'm in the brand new Mazda CX-30, so I'm gonna have a nice and smooth ride to get there. Plus, this year, Banter's on a Tuesday. There's plenty of time. Yes, I know. Look, I'm fully dressed and ready to go. Daddy, listen, I need to go now because I'm going to decide if I'm going to be a or not today. As if I have a choice.
Oh, hey everyone! My name is Chucky Bartlow. I am currently in a top secret location so that the lizard people don't get me. And welcome to the X Banter, the weekly after show where we is that a lizard? Where we discuss everything you loved, hated, and might have missed from this week's episode of the totally not scripted X Factor Malta Season 2! Before we dive into all the vocal tea, let us have today's episode rundown. So this week, as the final approaches, it seems like everyone made an extra effort to look extremely good. The power suit was everything. The girls from Faith, I mean... Yasmin has never looked better.
Your supply, yeah. Electrify, yeah.
And of course, Ben Camille. Jesus. First and foremost, was he actually funny this week?
Jekk għadkom banda ngħidux, għana ħażin ħafna. Il-tema tal-lejla, jokes apart, is movie spectacular!
And secondly, just putting it out there into the universe, he can explore my caverns whenever he wants. Something weird must have happened because this week I actually agreed with Howard Keith.
Menta għattilhom fil-bidu biex niċċajta, qabel ma bdejna live shows, għattilhom kważi nixtieqkom tkunu f'sing-off ħanisma' sing-off tagħkom.
And even Ira Losco was shocked to see it happen. I have never wanted to be Alexandra Olden more, not just because of the gorgeous dress,
L-esperjenza tiegħek sawwek.
but also because of this moment.
Kienet xi ħaġa mill-isbaħ.
Ira also wins the tinfoil hat of approval after finally ripping the lizard people out from her ear. And finally, this girl stopping to check if her torch was on during a dramatic song is a big move.
I think to myself, what a one.
So that is today's episode rundown done and dusted. Let us dive a little bit deeper into all the vocal discussions. First and foremost, I just have to say, as a person who was bitching so much about the staging last week, this week they really upped their game. The absolute winner of the staging game was definitely Justine with this like light pyramid cage. Incredible. Which made sense because it perfectly matched her vocals because she was on fire. But her performance wasn't the only excellent one. This week was just one incredible vocal after the other, except Bloodline, but more on that later. And even though they weren't at their very best vocally this week, I think Faith did incredible.
You wanna make the world a better place? Take a look at yourself and then make that change.
Apart from looking really cool and working together, which I say every single week, you're bored of it at this point, they just sounded so good. And if I'm being honest, the whole show kind of felt like it was a Faith concert and every single act was just like their opener. I mentioned Bloodline and it is very unfortunate. It's not surprising that they ended up in the bottom this week, even if we do believe that televoting counts. But it is very sad to see them there. However, their position at the end was earned because this performance, it was just kind of uncomfortable to watch.
Running out, only I see, diamonds, breaking down. I won't stay quiet, 'cause staying silent, same as dying. I won't stay quiet.
As the person who that they should have less people on stage and focus more on them, I didn't mean for them to start doing the interpretive dance, I meant for them to focus a bit more on their singing. And even though it was sad to see them at the bottom, it was extremely important that they got to have that sing-off to remind us, and more importantly themselves, who they are when there isn't all the bullshit behind them scaring them away from the stage.
Tell me, are they lost on you? Just that you could cut me loose.
That said, I kind of feel like the girl with the blue hair had given up and her friend with the longer hair had to pull her along. But that's fine, it's a very situation to be in, so we understand where that's coming from.
Oh no, hold me like you never lost your patience. Tell me that you love me more than hate me all the time.
Oh, also, by the way, spoiler alert, they were in the bottom along with Celine, who did lose the sing-off because, can you believe it? The judges made a decision. Crazy, I know.
Għal dik ir-raġuni ser ikolli nibat lilek id-dar, jiddispjaċini Celine.
Forgive me. It's Celine.
And while it is sad to see Celine go, I kind of feel like her time on the show was up. She showed everything she had to show, which is not a bad thing. I feel like she's going to have a wonderful career singing in bars and like jazz situations. That sounds shady, but I promise it's not. And she also gave a couple of really good vocals to leave on, so it was very good for her to kind of bow out with grace.
How do you do? They're really saying I love you. I hear babies cry. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. You know I can't stand it. You're running around. You're no better than it.
Except for that skull hoodie. Could we not have put her in anything else? I understand that people have a style, but that skull hoodie was a choice. And finally, guys, I feel like I owe you an apology. It has been a couple of weeks of everyone badgering me in the comments to talk about this, but I only feel comfortable now that I am in this safe house that I can discuss the full potential of the Carl situation, but only after taking some extra precautions. So there has been a lot of shit going down online, on the show, behind the scenes, more than we can probably imagine. However, I am personally shocked it took a whole year of X Factor till it happened, because with reality TV shows, this stuff always happens. I'm just impressed Malta took so long. So this week, Carl was eliminated despite all the drama last week. Did you notice that the judges' comments this week were a lot more relaxed? It's almost like they kind of knew something was going to happen that would anger them a lot less than usual. Also, in a bid to seemingly make reparations, Carl sang the song he was originally meant to sing in the first week, and then everyone got offended because he changed his mind last minute. So this week he was like, look judges, I'm listening to you. Here's the song I was good. I think it's all a bit crazy. Like, he was calling judges' critiques bullying. The judges were straight up going on Facebook and writing angry statuses. This happened. It's just all a bit too much. Realistically, he is a young kid, so we have to be careful how we say certain things. Do I like the sound of his voice? No. Do I think most people are just impressed because it's a high note? Also, yes. However, it's not really my place to judge beyond the vocal talent. But on the other hand, bruh, you are so young. Why are you burning bridges and shooting yourself in the foot? I get it. It's very frustrating to be in certain situations, but it is a reality TV show. Get over it, take the criticism, smile like this, nod politely, and let the people at home fight your battles for you, because God knows, if you have fans in Malta, they are going to fight your battles for you. But it's okay, guys. I can say all of this because I'm wearing my tinfoil hat and... Oh my God. They found me. Guys, that is it for this week's episode of The X Banter. My name has been Chucky Bartlow. Please make sure you watch The X Factor so we can meet again next Tuesday to and I will see you all next week. Chucky out.